Hello everyone, this is Marcel here, and I have some interesting news. MGTOW is apparently discrimination, and that is per Google AdWords. And I'm assuming they're speaking on behalf of Google Incorporated, Alphabet Incorporated as it were. More interesting still is how they're addressing said issue. So this all started when I realized that the algorithms for my channel weren't working like they used to. In the past, when I'd make several videos in a row, I would see a comparable number of subscribers that would come from that, as well as a significant amount of attention on the channel. Well, I'm noticing the attention, but a lot of the subscribers are ones that I've known from before. I almost feel like I'm spamming the same people over and over again. And at a point, it was actually dropping off. Like I'd be losing them with every video, even though the quality of my content has gone up, at least from what I've been told. So I decided to act upon an idea that I had a while back, which is why not become an advertiser and then use those ads to bump back to my channel. I don't believe that this is something that many YouTube creators do because they're more interested in seeing ad revenue and not spending it. And that's completely understandable. Well, I'm looking at building the channel up, getting the word out there. Okay, so here's essentially what we're looking at. I open up an AdWords account. Basically, how it all works is when you open it up, you get yourself a little ID and everything. They go in here, you've got your different, that's me up there, you see Marcel Enlightened, Google AdWords. You come down here and you've got keywords that you can enter, very similar to whenever you're making a YouTube video. It's almost the same format. Essentially, when someone clicks on something or makes a search within YouTube, then it'll come through and they'll be able to see your ad by searching these particular things. I put in some different stuff to see what would be allowed. But what was interesting is when you type in MGTOW and you hit enter, it disappears. And I really couldn't figure out why. So it's after that that I typed in, Sandman and Red Pill and stuff. Let's type in, like cool guy, just something random that, wouldn't be anything they'd pick up on, and boom, there it is. 27,000 clicks. But if you type in MGTOW, it disappears. So I went ahead and I called up Google AdSense to see what was going on. The woman that I spoke to was really friendly, although she had no clue what MGTOW was. She said she'd run it up to a supervisor and see what they said. The email that I got in reply from them really says it all. So here you have it, the email they sent me to my Marcel Enlightened account. And it says, as per our discussion on the conversation today, we would like to inform that Google will not allow the promotion of any differentiation based on gender or racial discrimination. As long as the ads support the Google policy, you will be able to advertise AdWords the best opportunities. Please refer below for blah, blah, blah. So essentially what they're telling us, and the important thing to take in mind here, is the fact that they said they will not support or the promotion of any differentiation based on gender or racial discrimination. They're not allowing anything with the word MGTOW in it to receive ad revenue. Speaking through the preferences of the advertisers themselves, they're taking that initiative away from the advertisers. So they're not doing it solely for the advertisers' benefit. There's been this big push that all that Google and YouTube is doing is giving advertisers better traffic and an appropriate audience. That it's not about defunding anyone, it's about allowing advertisers to go through and basically have their ads go on things that they want. But based upon what they're telling us here, that is clearly not the case. MGTOW has been put on a list of topics that they specifically don't want promoted. Now, as an advertiser, if I'm the advertiser, it shouldn't matter where I want to put my money, and for all they know, I could be saying things on my ads or on my channel that would be against MGTOW. When I saw that particular channels could be added, part of me almost considered putting in things like, pro-feminism videos or something. I can imagine someone sitting there getting their daily dose of lacy green, and up on the side of their channel pops my happy face. Wouldn't that be hilarious? A bunch of red-haired individuals having to patiently sit through and not click past an advertisement made by me. My point, though, is not to troll. My point is to reach more people that actually want to hear and appreciate my message. The takeaway from all of this is that we are being thought policed. Now, it's a soft hit because it's only taking away funding for particular terms in what advertisers are even allowed to do. But why that matters is it takes a huge chunk of revenue from the people that are bold enough to actually put those words in their video titles, because those advertisements will never make it to their videos, even if it's not demonetized. Advertisers aren't allowed to use it. From my end, I'm going to reach out to the bigger established channels and bring attention to that this is happening, because a lot of people may not be aware of it. Potential ads essentially disappearing without any notice or warning, swept under the rug with the illusion of a green monetization sign. Furthermore, I'm getting pretty sick and tired of my videos here getting buried under the algorithms when I notice in my other channels that I get a much higher response to a new video of even what I would perceive as less trending, like something that shouldn't get as much traffic. To my listeners, from your end, what you can do is diversify your sources of information where you get them. Go on to Minds, go on to VidMe, see what else is out there. Branch out away from Google, because they are not above controlling what you are able to see and manipulating the way people behave. Look back into that whole rebel flag fiasco that happened where they weren't letting people search for it or something. It's not beyond Google to do that. I don't know about you, but I'm not a sheep and I'm not going to let them pull the fucking wool over my eyes. We deserve better than that. I realize that YouTube is technically a free service and they can run their company however they want, but our time, your time, is valuable, is extremely valuable. But what's worth even more than that is political influence, which is what I'm starting to think is really what this is all about. And finally, and this is the part that probably pisses me off the most, how in the hell is MGTOW discrimination? Is it discriminating against a woman not to buy her drinks, not to go out with her? Or are they so desperate to get us back onto the plantation that they would really go through defunding people? Or maybe it's just that they're so wrapped around, eager to pander to these social justice, feminist, autistic, screeching idiots that they have to hack away half of their revenue stream. It's ridiculous. Ads make hundreds of times as much for them as they do for us. Look, the harder they fight and the more that they crack down on us MGTOW, the more obvious it's going to become that there is a huge bias present. They're digging their own grave with this, and it's going to come back to bite them. Their time, the time of ignorance, is ending. Our time is coming. We are walking away. We're not going to put up with it anymore. And nothing that they do is going to stop us. That's all I want to say about this. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. With your own channels, have you had any strange experiences like this? Anything that points towards the opposite of what I've seen? I want to hear about it. And this has been Marcel. Until next time.